How can you talk about Ajegule and you are talking about Yoruba people? How can you talk about Ojo, Alaba Ragu, and you are talking? I can talk about Festac. You know, these are accidents of history. When there was Festac, who was the honorable, minister then? How were they predominant in Festac to get the allocation and buy even the one Yorubas had? We bought them. Lagos Island now, 80% of the properties are owned by Igbo people, including my own father's property.
Hello my people, welcome to this channel, and if you are just joining us for the first time, here we tell the African story from the African perspective. As the 2023 election is approaching, which is just in the next few days, 2 weeks, the polity is gradually heating up, and political parties, all taking sides, and candidates are making up their minds. Now, today we're going to talk about the general election as it regards to the demographics of the major cities, and in particular, we're talking about Lagos State. So if you are just joining us for the first time, just click on the red subscribe button so that you'll get more updates when we post new videos. Before we go into the details of this interview, just to give you a background information, so this Yoruba elder, who is a political leader as well in the southwest Nigeria, has made this assertion that the Igbos are high in number, and he listed a number of towns and locations where Igbos are predominant, and he said that there's nothing anyone can do about it. And also he also said that Igbos account for over 60% of the population of Lagos State and can determine the number of votes that can come from there. Sit back and listen to this great interview.
What is your view on the general topic of the participation of non-indigens in Lagos in the political process, whether from voting or assuming political positions? Do you as a Lagosian feel that people who are not from Lagos should not assume political positions in Lagos? And I'm even referring to people from the southwest as well.
It's a daydreaming. Anybody that is thinking like that is not facing the reality. I was born in Lagos Island, number 8 Okoya Street. I went to St. Patrick's Primary School. I know the composition of the community. I know when everybody started to come to Lagos, and I know what it is now. Even now, we have 4 houses in Lagos Island. All of them have been taken over by non-Yoruba speaking people, and they are predominant. An election is about number. How was it possible for an Obama, who is from Kenya, to be the president of America? Or the present mayor of England, who is a Muslim? If the character of the demography of a community changes, there is hardly anything you can do. They will take over from you. It is just a matter of time. No matter the struggle, we can strategize and give them a portion. But they say they are going to be zero. It's a waste of time. And I'm an advocate of this thing for the past 30 years because I grew up with them. I went to school with them. I know their capability. I know their tendencies. I know their unity of purpose more than us. I know their focus. And I know they can defeat us if you are not careful. I am very sure. I don't have any doubt at all. What I can say, where they are predominant, let us leave it for them. You cannot defeat them. Even if you harass them, they are a lot more aggressive than us. I just saw some touts disturbing them. If they attack you, you are gone. Don't push them to the wall because they are not like us. Their own upbringing is fight to finish. They've gone through it before. So don't push them to the wall. My people, I am part and parcel of you, but we have allowed them, which is normal.
So please clarify them.
Speaking, non-indigenous, South people, okay. We grew up with them. Southeast people, we grew up with them. Arewa people, North Central, Northwest, Kwara. How can you not talk about the demography of Lagos? Even our food. How do we come about Tuwo? They grew up with us with Kwara people. How do you talk about, all the Igbo food? They brought them. We grew up with them. We are part and parcel of them. There should be no discrimination in whatever form. And I'm appealing to our people, don't push this thing too much.
But PDP has been blamed for some of these tensions.
We are part of, is it possible? 5 of our candidates are Igbos. House of Assembly, 6 local government, 6 wards in Agege are predominant Arewa people. There's no way you can bring an Arewa person and you not win the election in Agege there.
What is the language? Fielding the candidates is not the argument, is with the rhetoric, with the it's us against them rhetoric. That divisive rhetoric is what PDP is doing.
No, it is because you don't want them, and we want them.
I want them.
So that is the argument. How can you talk about Ajegule and you are talking about Yoruba people? How can you talk about Ojo, Alaba Ragu, and you are talking? I can talk about Festac. These are accidents of history. When there was Festac, who was the honorable, minister then? How were they predominant in Festac to get the allocation and buy even the one Yorubas had? We bought them. Lagos Island now, 80% of the properties are owned by Igbo people, including my own father's property. They don't own them or they rent them. But they occupy them because we cannot live there anymore. We have moved out to Victoria Island, to Lekki, to Ogudu. But they are there. So, and if you vote today, there's no way you can defeat them. Even if you harass them, they will harass you. They are more aggressive than us.
So where is this language coming from? This language that is stoking this
It is competition. Anywhere there is competition, there must be differences. But the reality must prevail. Somebody from
Is this
Akwa
language
Ibom.
coming from your party?
No. You see, if you grew up in Lagos, you know what I'm talking about. Our cooks, we are from South, Calabar people, the entire Fajegule, the composition of the demography, by accident, it doesn't favor us. And there's nothing you can do to change it now. It's too late. So let us concede a portion for them. There is no way you can take everything.
So you're saying that let's create a space, not integration. I'm just trying to understand.
No. I'm talking about election now.
Yes.
We are in England, where Muslims are predominant. They bring out Muslim parliamentarians and they will win. So why do you think it is different from in Lagos? In Kano, an Igbo person became a councillor. Why is it not possible? In Ibadan, there's an area, I have a friend who is an Hausa person. He became a councillor. These are realities. There is nothing you can do. And it's all over Nigeria. People congregate according to ethnic background in every state. And when they decide to do something in that community, there's hardly anything what you can do. They will win. And that is the fact. They will win.
Okay.
That's what you can do.
I think before we go into some of the state-by-state expectation and some of the breakdown, I think what I am curious about, Mr. Majimite, is as you look at the party and even though you're going to the tribunal, you're in court, most of the electorate see what happened last week as a disappointment and also as a loss. How do you keep this electorate motivated as we go towards the next election? And actually, do you think that you're still...
Actually, but you have to be very careful with your belongings.
Pickpockets?
Yeah, pickpockets.
Okay.
So you have to be very careful with your belongings. You hold it tight, but it's safe actually.
So what I've noticed, I've asked a few people and many people telling me that Lagos is safe generally. You just got to watch out for pickpocketers, but in terms of like a threatening, violent kind of situation, it doesn't happen, really?
No, actually nothing. Lagos is safe.
That's interesting, right? Because many people might perceive that the biggest city in Africa would be dangerous, right?
Yeah, because of the population, right?
Uh-huh.
But actually Lagos is safe. The people are good. And there will be bad ones, but the perception that Nigeria is bad or Lagos because of the population is very large, over 20 million people, then there will be like bad people. Yeah, there will be bad people, but generally we can say that Lagos is safe. It's good.
So Mohammed, we're on the train tracks right now, right?
We're on the
So